What is beauty and why are we so obsessed with it? To me, there's nothing wrong about wanting to be beautiful. You can be, have, and do anything you want. So, why would it be any different when it comes to beauty? However, you may want to know what lies behind your desire to be beautiful. Behind the desire, there are needs seeking to be fulfilled. And these needs might not be the same for everybody. Depending on this, you may be well on your way to becoming the best version of yourself, or unfortunately, on your path to self destruction. If everything goes well, after this talk, you will come to the realization that beauty shouldn't depend on time and space. You will be able to make a conscious decision about how you want to look and why. You will hold the key to a kind of beauty that lasts and can be recognized far and wide. I don't know for you, but for me, whenever I hear someone start talking about beauty to conclude we should know better, basically accept our shortcomings, and live happily ever after with whatever we don't like, I always experience a bittersweet feeling. I'm always left with two opposing thoughts, like little angel, little devil. On one side, it will be like, oh, what an empowering message. All I need to do is love myself more, then all my insecurities will disappear. On the other side, it will be like, oh, please, beauty isn't everything. It's the only thing. And this isn't a sentence of my own, by the way. It's a quote from a movie, The Neon Demon. The truth is, the more I listen to the first voice, the more I feel like indulging myself and going for that delicious double choco cookie. And the more I listen to the second voice, the more I feel compelled to cut sugars out of my diet. At this point, I really wonder which voice was supposed to be the angel and which one the devil, right? Many times it is tricky not to confuse self love with self complacency. Some say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I disagree. As someone passionate about beauty, like many before me, I have come to the conclusion that beauty is objective. As a beauty coach with a strong background in healthcare, surgery, music, and interior design, I can tell you that beauty can be determined by proportion, symmetry, evenness, balance, harmony. I mean, any healthcare professional that specializes in the field of aesthetics will corroborate. What is subjective, however, is taste. Taste is ever evolving as society is. And the taste of the time has a profound influence on our beauty standards. If we go back in history and we make a chronological revision of the canon of beauty, we will find that even opposite traits have been promoted in different times and geographic locations. So, what is it exactly that we are pursuing so badly? Females are the most sensitive to beauty standards. Looking at statistics, we find that women top the list for plastic surgery, cosmetic procedures, eating disorders, and monthly spend on beauty products. This relentless search for beauty has been vastly exploited by the so called beauty industry and has led women to do crazy things in its pursuit. Crazy and often expensive acts, sometimes followed by even more expensive consequences. So, before you spiral down into this hamster wheel, if you haven't already, I want you to take a look at what you are really running after so that you can make a truly informed decision. According to neuroscience, the contemplation of beauty has an impact in our reward pleasure center of the brain, releasing dopamine. The amygdala also responds to beauty, and several studies indicate this could explain why an attractive face could be regarded as more trustworthy than one that isn't. The reason why we innately feel attracted to beauty finds its roots in the fact that, evolutionarily speaking, beauty is intrinsically linked to health. We can say that beauty is a guidance system. Beauty is the way health manifests in visible form, and we can use it to differentiate the fittest individuals. So, in a way, beauty could determine survival, and also a collective awareness of good enough and not good enough. At the same time, based on history, it was a rather universal fact that health severely and quickly dropped with age. So much so that youth has always been a concept directly connected to health and therefore beauty. However, when adding youth to the conceptualization of beauty, two very different dopamine triggers got intertwined. On one hand, the contemplation of the perfection of the form, a higher need present only in us humans, and on the other hand, the instinct for reproduction, a need little different from the rest of the animal kingdom. Hence, feminine beauty became not only about the perfection of the form, which indicates health and alignment, but also about the sexual desire it was capable of igniting as a sign of fertility. As modern society developed and the survival of our species seemed guaranteed, commercial interests began to expand. And a new element was cleverly infiltrated into our perception of beauty. This added element is the trend, and it can be traced back to ancient civilizations such as the Egyptian Empire. So we find ourselves in a position where the perception of our external beauty will not only be determined by health and youth, but also by our adherence to the trends of the time. And trends change. Nowadays, the creation of trends is a marketing strategy responsible for making the beauty industry thrive with insane profits, oftentimes at the expense of women's self-esteem. It is difficult to keep up and confusing sometimes. Look at eyebrows. Trends rejoice mostly in three human needs: the need to be accepted, the need to be liked, and the need for novelty. So, when you decide to take action to enhance something about your physical appearance, you may as well take some time to reflect and be honest with yourself. Let's bring to light the needs you're trying to fulfill and question whether you are seeking their fulfillment in the right place. Allow yourself to go through 5 questions. 1. Am I aiming to become a better version of myself? Please check this box if your motivation is improving your health and perfecting the form. You are not competing, you are creating beauty. 2. Am I aiming to be desired? Please check this box if the enhancement you are about to undergo might potentially trigger lower animal responses in the opposite sex. And by the way, the Kardashians really mastered this. 3. Am I aiming to be accepted? Please check this box if what you're about to do is something you wouldn't be doing if it wasn't because everyone in the group you want to belong to seems to be doing it. 4. Am I aiming to be liked? Please check this box if before taking the decision you have seeked for validation. Something like, do you think I look fat? Or perhaps you've been influenced by someone's unsolicited opinion, like, you should do something about your nose. 5. Am I trying to escape myself? Please check this box if you can't help but to allow media marketing dictate what you need next instead of finding novelty in taking control of your life and overcoming purposeful challenges. You see, the problem is never the fulfillment of the need, but the how. Beauty is meant to make you feel good, not bad. Plastic surgery is meant to repair damage and the compounding effect of wrong habits. But for long-lasting results, you will do best finding the root cause first and correcting it. True beauty isn't attached to a clock ticking, but to a strong foundation, just like meaningful architecture perdures over time. If you want to avoid confusion, frustration, low self-esteem, and dependency, if you want to achieve the kind of beauty that lasts and can be recognized no matter the time in history or the culture, always, always prioritize health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, and spiritual peace. Thank you.